Suspended right under the ceiling of the cathedral, you feel so much closer to heaven that you can almost see it. It's enough to squint your eyes, and a vivid image appears in front of them, covering the blank ceiling in images of utmost beauty and majesty. Your hands are skilled enough to put them there for everyone to see. You'd like to paint all the time. Sleeping and eating seem meaningless when you interact with the divine like that, when every stroke of your brush is admired, and the local bishop praises you every chance he gets. The years pass and the paintings in the cathedral are almost complete, and every person who comes inside gasps. You're adding some last touches to the part covering the ceiling above the altar, making the angels' eyes more brilliant and their smiles more serene. You don't want to complete that painting. You're all too well aware you won't ever paint anything greater than this. Maybe it's you thinking like that makes you full. One moment you're putting some additional blush on the face of a cherub, and the next you're falling, nothing there to stop you. Your painting dances in front of your eyes, and you think how you're going to crash with the marble floor, your crane falling apart like a shattered cup, and spilling your brain all over the polished white surface that would have to be scrubbed clean and cleansed with holy water. But you never reach the floor. The line you used to tie yourself with to the scaffolding under the roof gets caught on the cross above the altar and stops your fall halfway from the ceiling. The vertigo almost makes you lose your consciousness as you're hanging head down and moving in a pendulous motion. You scream. The alarmed builders come over to help you down and tell you how it's a miracle that you're alive. You spend that night praying as seems only fitting. You were right though. Your paintings never again attain the level of excellence you've exercised at the cathedral, and some customers are actually disappointed with you. The orders flow to creases, and in a few years you find yourself with nothing to do. You wander aimlessly throughout the moorlands to fill your time. You have enough money to last you another lifetime, but without art your life is empty. There is a lonely tree in the moorland. It is where you meet him this time. Or rather, find him. His body is past rigor mortis, his members lax. He's hung himself. For whatever reason, you don't know. The rope tightened around his neck, fastening his body to the tree, made his face turn ash gray as he was dying, his eyes wide open and fearful. You touch his cold fingers, mesmerized by the contrast of his paper white skin against your tan. You think how he used to be a beautiful creature, and how it's a shame he's no longer alive. You've always hated beauty going to waste. The talents withering in people who can no longer make good use of them. You think how you're worthless, having never met him in this life and unable to create anything worthwhile anymore. You need to take him off the tree to get his rope because you haven't brought your own. You lay his body on the ground and close his eyes. That way he looks almost serene. You fasten the rope back to the tree and mirror the way he died. As your spine cracks under unnaturally suspended weight, you think you've finally reached the marble floor of the cathedral. One can only stall one's fall for so long.